Namaste and hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hattrick Bites. Interestingly, every hand has a phone and every phone has a camera. Every camera clicks. We like to take interesting selfies, look at the best landscapes and take our pictures because we want the best pictures for our Instagram. So today we thought we'll take you into this world of photography. We have a very important guest with us who's not only worked with cine stars, sports stars, he specializes in women portraits. Please welcome Charudat Chitrak. Hi Charu.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well. Well, as well as you can be in these times of pandemic, but yeah.
And how does it feel being in front of the camera for a change?
Well, it's tough. I know I can give instructions now. I know how the models feel.
Yes,
I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
These days everyone has a camera in their hands all the time because everyone has a phone.
Yeah.
No one else carries any other cameras other than their phone. So what do you feel about that?
Well, let me be very honest first. I also only keep the phone with me when I'm out.
Oh, really?
I've tried to keep a camera with me. But the flexibility a phone gives you wherever you are, the phone is always with you. It's easy to shoot pictures.
Yeah.
So I think, I feel all right. People should click pictures.
Yeah.
They should celebrate. They will know our importance also.
Absolutely. But then at the same time, do you think the line between candid photography and professional photography is thinning over time?
Well, not really. If you go into the depths of it, a professional photographer is more trained, and a lot of times when you use the word candid,
yes,
a professional photographer is not only shooting candid pictures. He has much wider responsibilities. It's like saying you're an MBBS doctor and then be a cardiac and a neurologist or everything.
True.
It's not possible.
Absolutely.
So I think professional photography is professional photography because professional photographers only think about and they go deeper and deeper and deeper. They don't have anything else to do.
Yes.
You can be a lawyer and be a candid photographer, but you think about law all day, right?
Yeah.
The same way I think as professional photographers, we think only about photography and nothing else. So that's the biggest difference. Yeah.
But then at the same time, I think that over years, photography has really changed,
Absolutely.
The newer professional photographers, I don't think they go into the minute details and creating that bond with the subjects during the shoot. So what do you have to say about that? Do you really think there's been a drastic change in the way professional photography is handled?
Photography as a medium was always drastic. Earlier, to capture something in those 4 lines, whether it's a frame or whatever canvas, you had to do study and you had to do 6 months of painting and all that stuff. When photography came, it was meant to be given in the hands of everyone, and now it is in the hands of everyone. When it started, that was the purpose. Now the other thing is, yes, you're right. So I'm not very old. I'm not very young. So I started with photography where you had to use film, and it was more cumbersome, and so I feel the seriousness has gone down a little bit. People think they can do anything in Photoshop, so that intensity with which you used to work earlier, because if you go wrong, you go wrong. There's nothing,
true.
you can't go back. So now on shoot, sometimes everybody is on their phone and they'll so we have to tell them no.
They say presence of mind in one place is not there anymore.
Not there.
Yeah, I think that's why everyone talks about meditation and yoga because the presence of mind is just not there. It is so easy without the phones.
Probably it's there in every profession.
Yes.
I'm not the only one who's suffering with that.
Absolutely, yeah. But then what is photography according to you? Lot of people have a misconception that photography is all about the equipment. Photography is all about the devices you have or the number of cameras you have, or you have to spend an X amount of money to be a professional photographer?
So see, before we go any further, I'd like to make it very clear, I was never a very technical person. So I'll make it very comfortable for people who are watching that technicality is not everything about photography. Okay guys, it is something, and the tools you can use in photography can make your photography better. But I think there is a more personal aspect to photography which people forget, and the people who are selling you equipment, they are talking about megapixels and this and that. What will you do with megapixels if you can't make the person in front of you smile? So we are magicians. We manipulate people sometimes. When a model is standing in front of you, you look at the model and say, "Oh, your smile is so beautiful." You know, your smile is so beautiful.
Thank you.
So I mean, that's creating that bond. So I am mostly a people photographer, so I can talk about people photography. And in people photography, people forget that megapixels don't make the subject in front of you do things that you want to do.
True.
There was a very famous photographer called Yusuf Karsh. And he was known as a portrait photographer, and there's a very famous shot of Churchill that he's done, where Churchill has a very frown on his face. And quickly I'll tell you, this was the Second World War. They wanted to do a portrait of Churchill, so he had no time basically, and he was moving from meeting to meeting. And what happened was that in a room he had done his setup, Yusuf Karsh, and Churchill quickly came and he had a cigar in his hand and he said, "Okay, take a picture," and he smiled. Now Yusuf Karsh looked at Churchill and said, "That's not Churchill, that's not how he is as a person." So quickly, before anybody knew, he pulled a cigar out of Churchill's hand. He pulled a cigar out of Churchill's hand, and Churchill went for a frown. Ki, how dare he take out the cigar out of my hand?
And he got
he got the picture.
Yeah.
Now that is not about megapixels. That is about what you want to achieve.
Very true.
You're shooting people and you create a bond with them, whether you're shooting them on the street. And when you ask me about professional photography, when you become a professional photographer, sometimes you know the future, like you know that this person is going to behave like this. Oh, this is going to be the right moment to shoot.
Instinct,
you get that instinct, you develop that instinct. So I think megapixel story should be kept down. It is important. You should know the techniques, but you shouldn't get drowned into that.
But when it's not about the megapixels, then what about the equipment, because there are a lot of aspiring photographers who want to become good at their work, and they probably have the skills too, but they get drowned in this entire gamut of equipment.
So I trained, my first diploma was with a person called T. Kashinath. He was the head of photo division of India, and he was very old when I got the diploma. So I consider myself very fortunate that I learned basics of photography from him. Why I'm talking about that is because when I took some shitty pictures and I showed it to him, and he looked at the pictures and he said they're okay. And I wanted to justify myself, so I looked at him and said, I don't have the right camera to shoot pictures. I'm very young, and then he opened his cupboard, took out some fantastic black and white pictures. Like I looked at them and he says, "What do you think about these pictures?" I said, "Sir, they are brilliant." So he says, "I took them from a point and shoot camera."
Oh my God.
So that explains everything.
Yeah.
If you are a photographer, you can take out images from. So don't get drowned with equipment. Equipment restrictions should come when you want to achieve something and you say, "How do I achieve this?" And somebody tells you, "No, the shutter speed is camera mein kam hai, you use some other shutter speed." Then you think about equipment, not from the beginning. It's not like you cannot become a driver if you don't have a Ferrari.
Exactly.
It's something like that.
Absolutely. I think that's very true, because even from the phones, like now iPhone advertises shot on iPhone all the time,
so they are beautiful images.
Exactly. They have beautiful images and they're trying to sell their camera only. So I think that explains it. You're right, that equipment is not important, but I think the skill is more important.
Skill is more important. Like I said, my mentor Pradeep Das Gupta always told me that he said, "Get a life beyond photography." I didn't understand it at that moment. He said, "तू सारे skills तो सीख लेगा, अब सीखने के बाद अगर तू किसी से मिला नहीं है, तूने कोई गाना सुना नहीं है, तूने कुछ किया नहीं, तो शूट क्या करेगा?" So that's important, I mean, as a photographer, I consider myself very fortunate. So I listen to music, I listen to things, I do martial arts, I do so many things. So then I know what I want to shoot. So one has to be not get drowned into.
You have to explore. You have to get out.
If everybody is shooting this, then you don't have to shoot that. So
guys, do stay tuned. We have something very interesting coming up in our Bites break. So stay tuned. As now everyone loves taking pictures, and as we were talking about the fact that it is important to have the skill to even be able to take a good picture or a black and white picture from your phone. So would you like to give some nice tips to people, as to how they can take good pictures themselves?
Well, honestly, I'm very, very surprised that nowadays people are taking fantastic pictures. So as a whole world community, I like to say, guys, you're making us insecure as professional photographers because you guys are shooting beautiful pictures. So, we have to up our game now. So that is one thing. Yeah, I mean, there are some basic rules that, I'm myself a little confused. When you say basic rules, some people break those basic rules and make some beautiful images nowadays. But yeah, I mean, when you that is the same things that you use when you go to an art school. So I would say whatever you see in 4 lines.
Yeah.
There these 1, 2, 3, 4 lines.
Yeah.
You got to depict a whole story in those 4 lines.
Yeah.
And those 4 lines are very ruthless, So sometimes when you say, मैं पहाड़ पे चढ़ा हुआ था, मैं एक टांग पे खड़ा हुआ था, मैंने ऐसे करके वो photo लिया. But if that photo is shitty, how does it make a difference? And you get off from the bed and you take a picture and you look at that picture. If it's awesome, then it's an awesome picture.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like what you asked me, yes, if you study lighting, if you study composition, these are very basic things that you use as tools in photography.
Yeah.
Composition and lighting. So a little bit about composition is that you have a key subject sometimes, and you make sure that the key subject gets isolated.
Yeah.
Because you focus on the subject and things in the background are blurred.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you put light on that subject so the background is blurred.
Okay.
And photography is actually painting with light. You paint with light.
Also true.
When you see something and you do something. Also, sometimes a very important thing about photography is moment. You capture a moment.
Yes.
Oh my God, I know. This is very mean though. If somebody is going to trip, for example, you know that there's a wire and somebody is walking and that person is going to trip. You should actually stop that person from tripping. That's not a bad example.
But
sorry,
it can be a very
I take
good
it back.
picture.
But let's say if there's a puddle and you see a beautiful woman who's wearing a very beautiful garment and she's entering a club and there's a puddle and she's going to jump.
Yeah.
When she's going to jump, the expression on her face, that's going to come. So you go and you be ready and you shoot.
Exactly.
So I think those are skills of photographers, so instinct. And with instinct, lighting and composition.
I think photographs have always for me been capturing the moments,
Absolutely.
I myself am a person who loves taking pictures for every moment, that I want to capture.
Right.
So it's more about the moments you remember when you see
Absolutely. I would like to tell everyone one very important thing nowadays. Lines are blurring between a filmmaker, a photographer and an artist, and because technology is moving so fast.
Yes.
Right? Now, for that, I think most important thing is ideas.
Yes.
Come out with brilliant ideas and they come from your life. Every day, people are shooting brilliant pictures in their bathrooms. People are shooting brilliant pictures on the sea. Yeah. Those older times things have to be forgotten, that you have to go to a beach where the sun is rising and you have to wear the best.
A good picture can be taken anywhere.
Yeah.
True.
Be firm with who you are as a person, you know. If you are an honest person, take an honest picture. If you think you're not an honest person, that's also good.
Yes.
Wear a tuxedo and take a picture and, do your mustache up and take a picture. So that's
very true. On that note, let's break for a bites break. Enjoy our bites break, guys.
So guys, we are ready for a professional shoot, and the equipment we would need for today's shoot is this. No, just kidding. After giving you such a long talk, I'm not going to shoot with this, right? So we'll take out something more heavy duty. Something like this. Suits me more.
guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We actually got to see him prepare for the shoot. So, Charu, you are a celebrity photographer yourself, and we would really like to know what goes into a professional shoot.
Lots goes on in a professional shoot. So yeah, I mean that's a very good question, because as a professional photographer, even people close to me ask me these questions, and they have this myth in their mind that oh, you go to beautiful places with beautiful models and you just take a camera and you just click pictures. But lot goes on behind the scene. So let's say I'm more of a advertising and a fashion photographer. I've been doing that for years now. So I'll talk about that.
Yes.
When you do an advertising shoot, the first you get a call from an advertising agency, and then they look at your portfolio and they choose you as a photographer. Then you have to. So what I wanted to tell everyone today is that photography is not only about going and shooting. Photography has a lot of business. Photography has a lot of other things that you do in front of the computer, and it is not Photoshop. It is more than Photoshop. You have to make PPTs, you have to make presentations, you have to make how the shoot is going to be planned, because one has to understand what is an advertising shoot. You have a certain product, the agency, the creative gives you an idea.
Yes.
This is how we want to present the shoot. You build a visual on that idea.
Okay.
That's your skill as a photographer, to build a bigger visual and make it even better and nicer.
Yeah.
So the process starts with a phone call. Then you do a presentation. You make a PPT. You divide each shot, how technically it is going to be shot, and you explain it to them how you're going to do it. Once all that gets approved, there is an audition for models. We select the kind of models we want. And then we start creating a team.
Wow.
So we have a makeup artist, we have stylist, we have people who design the set for you, you have lighting team, you have assistants, you have a huge, you become a captain of a ship and you choose every person for that person.
Wow, we can't even imagine that there's so much, behind that one
picture. Lots.
That is
so it could be a day of a shoot, one day of actual shooting.
Okay.
But before that, there's a long chain of things that have to happen. You have to go and see the locations where you are going to shoot. You do a mock technical recce is what we call it.
Okay.
We go there, we talk about lighting, your assistants, everybody knows what is going to happen.
But then is it true that it can take even 7 to 8 hours for just that one picture?
I hope not. Because you, in today's day and age, you have to do 8 shots a day.
Yes.
So that's what is very important if you're a professional photographer. If you are a candid photographer, you can take your time, leisurely go. But here, everything is according to the clock.
Yes.
The sun moves, you work. Models, they also have a patience level. You can't make a model, if there's a shot you're doing of a football player, you can't ask him to do 100 shots and he's keeping. On the 100 shot, he'll say, "Yaar, have you got the image or not?
Yeah.
Jaldi karo, yaar."
That's true.
So you have to do fast, quickly.
Yes.
So everything is planned. It is actually surgical.
Wow.
Everything is planned, and in that surgical moment, you have to get the best out of your model.
Yeah.
You don't know the model. Maybe you never worked with that model before.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you have to make that model laugh and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Probably you're showing a couple. So maybe both the models don't know each other. You have to make them comfortable.
Yeah.
So these are aspects of photography nobody talks about.
So it's like an art,
It's a human art. It's about human relationships.
Yes.
That's very important. When a model comes to you and you just look at the model and say, "Oh, you're looking very beautiful today. I chose the right model." Throughout the day, the model will be very happy to give you pictures,
Yes, very true.
And you can't be engrossed in your lighting and you keep changing your lighting, and model is just standing there and waiting. No, that can't happen.
Yeah, true. Right.
So whoever wants to be a professional photographer, it's a fun journey. It's a lot of fun, but it's very
it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, it gives you sleepless nights a lot of times, especially when you're shooting celebrities.
Yeah, now, coming to that, now you've worked with so many celebrities in your career, and there's so many sportsmen you worked with. There's so many celebrities like actors and actresses you worked with. So what is the difference? Like, how do you make them comfortable in front of the camera, or what is easier? So tell us a little bit about these celebrity shoots.
Celebrities are like a different species. You shoot them separate. That's their celebrities. I'm not saying that in a wrong way, but celebrities always will have less time.
Yes.
They have to move from places to places. You have to really take care of them. Also, understandable.
Yeah.
We don't know how much pressure a celebrity goes through in a day. He has a meeting there, then he has this, then he has practice, then he has that. So if he wants a cup of coffee from a certain brand, then he wants a coffee from and I won't say, earlier I used to feel like itne nakhre kyun.
Yeah.
But the point is, they are also living a very tough life.
Yes. Yeah.
So they work on their fitness.
Yeah.
They need a certain kind of diet.
They have
You can't
tight
give them
schedules.
samosas and say,
Yeah.
sir, yeah. Even in the middle of a desert, you got to give them what they want.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is one part. Like I said, they have very little time, and schedules change very fast.
Yes.
And if you are doing major campaigns, the client wants the most. You know, you are under pressure. He'll say, "Ek ye bhi kar lo, ek ye bhi kar lo, aise bhi karna hai, aise bhi karna hai." And Photoshop is also involved, so lot of technicalities involved. If your pictures don't match, you can't ask the celebrity to come back and do a shoot. So guys, one thing you have to remember as a professional photographer, you can't repeat things. Once it's done, it's done. There's no second chance.
Yeah.
In one day of shoot, sometimes a client has invested lakhs of money.
Yeah,
It cannot
very
come back.
true.
So you are asking me about celebrities. It's a lot of pressure, and celebrities are celebrities because they are a certain way. So sometimes a celebrity say, no, I won't wear this, I won't do this. Last moment a celebrity will say, oh, but this is not how I want it shot, because you know, it's important for them. And you have to quickly think. You have to think, okay, not this. And sometimes assistants have a very, very tough job.
Really?
You know, because they are becoming future photographers. And I think a lot depends on your assistant, because they keep options ready.
Yeah.
So what we do
You
when a
always
celebrity
need a
comes,
backup when celebrities are
absolutely.
there. Yeah.
A celebrity walks from the vanity van to the studio. In that moment, things can change. And in that second, in those 10 minutes, a photographer has to decide, no, this. And the whole team is waiting and doing things. Okay, if one light doesn't fire and it is going to take you 5 minutes to, you know, change that, a celebrity is going to say, okay, what is happening? So you have to build a confidence with that celebrity and try and get the best image possible. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes a shoot only lasts for 15 minutes and the whole preparation is for the whole day, and sometimes you have to be patient enough to wait the whole day. You have come at 8 o'clock in the morning and your shoot starts at 8 o'clock in the evening. And you shoot only for 15 minutes.
But you know, we've always thought that even if the prep is long, so the team must be prepping up for you, and you would just go and, you know, everyone must be thinking Charu's just going to come and just click that picture.
I wish.
Does that work?
I wish, that's my dream. I want that to happen. I want that. No, but some little bit is true sometimes. Your assistants are there. They have already, because you've gone through that plan again and again and again and again and again. Okay, if this doesn't happen, what will happen? If this doesn't happen, what will happen? If this doesn't happen. So yes, it is planned, but you have to be there on the set. It's not like you leave it to someone and he will do it. And there is a little bit of spontaneity also.
Yes,
that you have to bring in. So no, that doesn't happen.
So photographs are about moments, as we discussed, and your career is about making moments.
Yes.
So that's how I see it. So let's discuss some fun moments, you know, which you've had. So tell me, is it been more fun to shoot black and white pictures or colored pictures?
Here, I think, let me be very honest, it's been a while since I have shot professionally. I have shot black and white pictures. For my personal shoot, I like to go monochrome. I like to shoot black and white pictures, because then when you cut that element of color, I shoot women. That's my favorite subject, and I think when I shoot their portraits, I can concentrate more on that, and I isolate the subject.
Yeah. Black and white is, monochrome is my favorite too. I think the pictures are best spoken in black and white.
Yes, absolutely. And some of my favorite photographers are also black and white photographers.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So, who's your inspiration?
So, I would like to say, it's very unfortunate that he's no more with us. Prabuddha Das Gupta is one of my big inspirations.
Okay.
Master photographers who have Western photographers who are my inspiration, but I would say Prabuddha more because of the fact that I met him.
Okay.
And I could have a conversation with him.
You had that connect.
I had that connect. A lot of beautiful things that he mentioned at that time are still with me, and I value them a lot. Of course, my mentor Pradeep Das Gupta, his brother. There were a lot of things he told me which is so surprising that he would say something to me and then that would stay in my mind. I wouldn't understand. I was young and I was like, kya bola
Later
hai?
on.
And later on, while shooting, suddenly you say, oh,
that's what it meant.
that's what he said.
Yeah,
8 years,
happens.
10 years later, you're like, oh, now I'm getting what he
This
said.
happens with all our mentors, I think.
Yeah.
Tell me some fun, the most fun shoot you've had has been with whom? If you have to name some celebrities.
Oh, I had a great shoot with John Abraham. We were shooting for Reebok, and he's that action guy. I love action. I'm also into martial arts and all.
Nice.
So it was great fun shooting with him, and it was very comfortable shooting with him. You know, when this is very good thing. You know, when you understand the celebrity, then I have never met a celebrity who's been difficult with me. People think, oh, you know, in movies they show, oh, celebrity comes and throws a tantrum and throws this and I don't want this. These are all movie things. You work in collaboration with them, and when they know that you are doing something and making them look better and portraying them not in a wrong way, they are with you. So with John, I shot for Reebok, and he had just had a knee operation, and we were doing some action shots of him kicking and all that stuff. So that was interesting.
Really fun,
yeah.
A hilarious moment, the most hilarious moment you can remember and share with us.
Oh God, this is not good. Hilarious moment is one of my biggest mistakes also.
Yeah.
So this was when we were shooting on film, and I was supposed to go and shoot this entrepreneur for a magazine, and beautiful lady, and you know, and I was very excited, and I thought, because she was not a model, but she was extremely beautiful, and she was a hotelier, and we were doing portraits of her, and I was using this camera. It's a medium format camera, and we had to put rolls at that time. So I got so mesmerized, and I was like, oh wow, beautiful, this, that, and my assistant is like, sir, like, look now. And then I'm taking some pictures and all that. And then we took a break in the middle, and we asked her to change her clothes. When she had gone inside, he said, sir, sun to lo. So I said, kya hua? Sir, roll hi nahi hai. So I was like, main aise hi click kar raha tha, pehle kyun nahi bataya? And of course,
so there were no shots.
There were no shots. There were no shots.
So you have to listen to your assistant.
Yes, you have to listen to your assistants, and this is very important, that you can get carried away in emotions, but you got to keep technicality in mind while you are shooting.
Wow.
Some images.
So did you manage to actually retake those?
Yeah, I manipulated her. You as a photographer, you manipulate people also. That's one thing that comes with photography, guys. I'm saying it openly. You manipulate people. So I told her, you know, those shots were awesome, and I would like to continue with more. So she said, yeah, sure. But later, while leaving, it was a big joke, because I told the editor and the team that I'm sorry, this is what had happened. So, yeah.
Very interesting. That was a very interesting conversation, Charu, and I had a really good time
me too.
talking to you. But you know, to end our conversation, I would like you to give one takeaway for our audience. Anyone who's aspiring to be a good photographer, even with just their phones, you know. So one tip you would like to give to everyone if they are clicking a good picture is?
I wouldn't want to go into philosophy or technicality into this, but I would like to tell everyone today, lines are blurring. Don't be scared. Everybody is a professional photographer. Don't think you can't take pictures. But the most important thing you have to remember, because of internet and you seeing so many images on internet of master photographers, people get intimidated that whether I will be able to shoot something like this or not.
Yes.
And that's not important. I think photography is also a medium where you learn about yourself. When you expose yourself, because you are unique, nobody can ever be like you. So you should do what you feel like doing and not be scared. And you should be an idiot. You should be stupid when you're learning. Don't have an ego and don't say, oh, I have seen so many images on the internet. I should shoot like this. No, those master photographers, that's why they were called master photographers, not because they knew the technique. They were called master photographers because they did what they felt like doing.
Very true. It's your own style.
Your own self. In your pictures, that's what Prabhuda also told me once. Where do I see you in these images? When I look at your street pictures, I see you. I see your sense of humor. So that is most important, I think. So be you. Just take as many pictures as you want. Be stupid, and you will come out with something great, for sure.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us on Hattrick Bites.
Thank you for calling me, and
it was a great
pleasure.
Gave
me a wonderful time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So that was a very interesting conversation where we learned that it's not important to take inspiration from other pictures and try and replicate them, but it is important to take inspiration and be yourself. Capture the right moments, be in the moments. For more insightful insight stories like this, stay tuned on Hattrick Bites. This is Juhi Khanna signing off.